Be ready. 5 seconds. Start. Having regard to the object of Section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act, a prosecution based on second or successive default in payment of the check amount is not permissible simply because no statutory notice had been issued after the first default and no proceeding for prosecution had been initiated. Stop. As held by this court, in a case there is no real or qualitative difference between a case where default is committed and prosecution immediately launched and another where the prosecution is deferred till the check presented again gets dishonored for the second time or successive times. Stop. Para. By a judgment and order dated 9 February 2015, the judicial magistrate first class Palwal convicted the respondent accused under section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act and sentenced him to undergo simple imprisonment for a period of 1 year and further directed him to pay compensation of rupees 15 lakhs to the appellant complainant within 1 month from the date of the said judgment and order. Stop. Being aggrieved, the respondent accused filed a criminal appeal number 13 of 2015 dated 9 March 2015 in the Court of Additional Sessions Judge Palwal. Stop. By a judgment and order dated 20 February 2016, the appellate court upheld the conviction of the respondent accused under section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act and confirmed the compensation of rupees 15 lakhs directed to be paid to the appellant complainant. Stop. The sentence of imprisonment was, however, reduced to 6 months from 1 year. Stop. Para. The respondent accused filed a criminal revision petition being CRR number 849 of 2016 in the High Court challenging the judgment and order of the appellate court. Stop. The appellant complainant also filed a criminal revision petition being CRR number 2017 of 2016 challenging the reduction of the sentence from 1 year to 6 months. Stop. By a common final judgment and order dated 21 November 2017, which is impugned before us, the High Court has reversed the concurrent factual findings of the trial court and the appellate court and acquitted the respondent of the charge under section 6 of the Negotiable Instruments Act, observing inter alia that there was fiduciary relationship between the appellant complainant, an income tax practitioner, and the respondent accused, who was his client. Stop. The complainant had fiduciary relationship with the accused petitioner. Stop. Therefore, heavy burden was on the complainant to prove that he had advanced the loan and that blank check for the same was given to him. Stop. The complainant is an income tax practitioner and he knows that whenever loan is advanced to anybody, a receipt has to be obtained and that such heavy amount is to be advanced only through a check or demand draft or RTGS. Stop. The accused petitioner was the client of the complainant and they were having professional relationship. Stop. The accused petitioner was no so thick and thin with the complainant. Para. There is no reason why the complainant, who is an income tax practitioner, will advance such a heavy loan to his client without any close relationship and without obtaining any writing to this effect. Stop. There was heavy burden on the complainant. Stop. In such circumstances, the accused petitioner is successful in raising reasonable doubts that the complainant might have misused one of the blank checks given to him for payment of income tax for depositing the same in the treasury. Stop.